Yeah. What do you think of Billy's chances against Canelo?
Billy Joe Saunders can beat any super middle in the world. Not a problem. But the one thing I say is he needs to be active. And the one thing he's not been is active, just like me. When I'm active and I'm injury-free, no one's got a chance with me. Just like Billy Joe. No middle or super middle in the world has got even a chance with him when he's active. Just like no heavyweight's got a chance with me when I'm active. But the good old cliche with me and old Billy Joe Saunders is we're never active.
Yeah.
We've had more inactivity in our career than we've had activity. We've had more time out of the ring than we've had in it. And if you just use me for a minute, yeah, I've had years and years and years and years of inactivity. And again, when I go to fight Joshua in a minute, I will have been out the ring for 18 months again.
Yeah.
And my previous stint before that was 2.5 years. So it's not good preparation. Same with Billy Joe. He's had the one fight against Martin Murray in I don't know how long. So for me to say what Billy Joe needs is he needs another fight. And maybe another one after that. Well, I'll say this one thing. Me and Billy Joe Saunders, we are not journeymen. We are not in boxing for a payday. We're not in boxing to make some numbers up and get a few million quid extra in our bank. Not interested. We would rather have zero money and win than take fights what we're not ready for. So he needs to be active and he will punch Canelo Alvarez all around the ring. Canelo Alvarez's kryptonite is someone who boxes and moves southpaw. Slick, good feet, good hand speed, good power. Billy Joe Saunders does all of that. But he needs to be active.
And does it have to be the performance of his career as well, do you think, to get the victory? And it arguably...
No. Everyone is saying that. Best performance of his career. No. He just needs to be sharp and active, match fit. Canelo Alvarez is going to be match fit, isn't he? Because he just fought Callum Smith. Now he's going to fight this Turkish guy in a minute. That's only 8 weeks later.
Yildirim, yeah.
Yeah. And then he's going to fight Billy Joe after that, another 8 weeks later. However many months it is. So he's being very active. Billy Joe needs another fight or two. Forget about the money. Forget about everything that's going on. People pushing you, promoters, all that. It's about winning. So you need to be razor sharp and active, just like me. The difference in me after just under 3 years out the ring against Sefery to even 2 months later against Pianetta and then to Wilder and then a few months later to Tom Schwartz. Look at the difference in active fighter than a non-active fighter. And then again, Wilder's 2 match. Look at the difference from the Wilder 1 match to an active fighter who was match fit.
How do you counteract then? Like you just said, you'll have been out 18 months. It will get talked about. Let's say, you fight Anthony Joshua early June, late May. Is that why you're staying so active all the time anyway? Not in fights, but just staying, not having a downtime, making sure that you can do your utmost with that time out? Because obviously we're going to fight in December, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I was trying my best to make a fight happen in December, but the promoters couldn't do it, couldn't come up with it. For whatever reason, they let me down with that one. So it's going to be him active, 6 months only out the ring, 5-6 months, and me inactive, 18 months out the ring. So it's another one up the old Gypsy King's aisle, isn't it? Take that one and put it in your pipe and smoke it. But you know what it is? I'm that far in front of them all. Doesn't matter. I'm that far ahead, leagues ahead in boxing ability, heart, grit, determination, punch power, balls. It doesn't matter how much head start I give them, I'll always catch them down the straight.
When you go 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds, as you did recently in one of your posts, I'm going to knock him out first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Are you getting inside his head when you do that?
Yeah, just like I did with Wilder. Just like I did with Wilder. They said he's going to box and move. He ain't going to come and put it on you. What did I do? Straight at him, bombs all the way through until he got stopped.
Is there a danger in you taking it to him that it makes it a closer fight?
No, because like I said, I've got a bigger heart, tougher, mentally stronger, physically stronger, bigger man completely, punch harder. Everything is in my favour. When I take it to them, they can't deal with it. It's like wrestling with a T-Rex. They can't win.
I cannot wait for this fight this summer.
I'm indestructible, unbeatable, can't be beat. If I'm injury-free and active, there's no losing. Can't lose.
Did you watch Conor McGregor at the weekend or not?
I did, yes.
He said inactivity, didn't he? He said
it. And he's bang on right. You know, Conor McGregor, he fought in 16, then he had 2 years out the ring, and then he fought Khabib. And then he had another 2 years out the ring, and then he fought Cerrone. And then he had another year out the ring, and then he fought this guy, Portier. So inactivity kills the cat, no doubt about it. When one man's been active and fighting and sparring and in camps, and one man's been on the couch, it's no good.
Is it about keeping reaction times right, keeping timing right? Do you lose that if you don't do it? You actually lose it then, yeah?
You lose your timing, you lose your distance, you lose it all. You lose it all. It's all got to be gained back within camps and within fighting. If you had 3 fights on the bounce and you've never been in the ring for 3 years, the third one you'd be better, 10 times better than you was the first time round.
When does it take people to... Have you only realised that later in your career, really, from the time out?
No, I've always known it. Because I'm a boxing historian, I've always known about the inactivity. Jerry Cooney, when he fought Larry Holmes, he was out the ring for 18 months. And he had the timing wasn't there. Just wasn't the same fighter as he should have been. You know, you've been around boxing enough. If one man's not active and one man's been in the ring, it's an uphill battle, isn't it? You know, that activity is the one. If one man's an active fighter, been fighting regular, even if he's been losing, and one man's got a champion's got off the chair after 2-3 years out the ring, the journeyman will beat him. Because one man's match fit and one man's never had a fight in 3 years.
Before my
recently,
yeah,
we saw Juan Pablo Hernandez, former IBF cruiserweight champion. He came back after a long layoff and fought journeyman Kevin Johnson and got knocked out.
Before my final question, here's to your health.
Thank you.
3 degrees.
Yep. Yes, go.
3 below.
3 degrees. I'm going in. Right, I'm about to get in this cold sea in February. This is how we do it. Recovery and aid. Let's go.
Go slow. Swim then.
I'm going in. I'm going in.
After Warrington's knockout loss, Tyson Fury, the WBC World Heavyweight Champ, went on Twitter and reacted to the fight saying this quote, "Tonight the fight world seen another victim of inactivity. In Josh Warrington, COVID has destroyed a lot of careers. Can't beat staying active. Praying hands emoji." Unquote.
What do you make of the recent pictures and videos of Fury and the shape or lack of that he's in?
I don't think, I think before he goes into any main camp, he doesn't look like AJ ever.
No.
Of course, I think I said to AJ the other day, fucking hell, see Fury jumping in the sea, look like me, and he was like,
but you're doing yourself a disservice.
I know, but he's sort of like, the response from AJ was, we're going to get the best Tyson Fury. So I don't care if he's carrying a little bit of weight now. I'm training for the best ever Tyson Fury. And, make no mistake, Fury will be in, top shape for this fight. We've still probably got maybe 5 months to go, 4 or 5 months. He hasn't even started camp yet. I think the impressive thing from both these guys is they haven't stopped training. AJ since his last fight, and he don't want to stop training. I've even said to him, mate, what about a little bit of warm weather, go and relax a little bit, warm weather training, I don't know. No, I'm fine at Finchley. And he's sparring, he's training, he's preparing for the fight of his life. He's sparring, he's training, he's preparing for the fight of his life.
Don't they know I'm busy?
He's sparring, he's training, he's preparing for the fight of his life. He's sparring, he's training, he's preparing for the fight of his life.